So each chapter is between 6,000 and 7,500 words in a 60,000 word book. So in the outline, you break each chapter into 3 segments or 3 acts, and there's a reason for that I'll get into in a second. It doesn't mean that every chapter has 3 sections, but for the purpose of planning, you break it into 3 acts. Act 1 is the premise. This is the act 1 of every single Hollywood movie. In fact, sometimes you can look at your watch, and at 20 minutes, they cross the first threshold. And once you know that, it ruins movies for you forever. Because somebody says, we've got to get out of here. And you look at your watch, and it's 20 minutes into the movie.
I have to ask, has anybody else heard about pee time? There's an app that tells you the best times in a movie to run out and do pee. Funniest thing ever. This movie, between this time and this time, nothing happens. Run out for a drink or a pee and come right back.
Now I want to know where in the hero's journey that happens.
Where does that fall into?
What's the least interesting part of the hero's journey? So that's Act 1. It's usually only 20 minutes. The middle act, Act 2, is the complications. That's the back and forth, the ups and downs, the dreams, the hopes raised, the dreams dashed, all on the tests, the allies, approach the inmost sanction. The reward is the climax of Act 2. That's where everybody in the audience in a movie sits back and goes, oh, he got the thing. He saved the princess. She saved the dog. And that's the point where the hero, and that's Act 3, takes the road back, resurrection, and magic elixir. So in general terms, for each chapter, once you've got the chapter theme, now you want to think in terms of the first section of the chapter is your premise. You want to begin to collect notes and stories that establish the premise of that chapter. You want to collect notes and stories that establish all the difficulties of executing on that. And then for the final chapter, for the final section in each chapter, you want the so what, the transformation, the turning over, which opens the door almost naturally to the next chapter. So at one point, I had 3 charts like this in my office because I was working on 2 books and a book proposal at the same time. And what I had was, they were big poster boards, and I had the thematic statements on Post-it notes all across the top, and then I had little Post-it notes with little notes and notations of what goes where. So you see, that's chapter 1, what goes in the premise, what could go in the complications, what could go in the transformation. And you do this, either you write in the notes or you use Post-its or whatever system you then have your whole book pretty much in front of you, or at least you have your work cut out for you when you embark in the actual writing of the book.